We have no mercy for those that come to disrupt the restoration of this struggle. We don't negotiate with anyone. We will never do that. Because when you do things like that, you encourage the same thing to be inside the government, and they will continue to do what they are doing. There's an added access.
Welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world. I welcome you once again to this amazing platform where we bring you information that has to do with the United States of Biafra. Information coming from the right source. In this platform, we promote and support the restoration fully and recognition of the United States of Biafra under our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and of the Supreme Commander of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Today, under the leadership of Dr. Ngozi Orabweze, the Deputy Prime Minister. Wherever you are and you're watching this program, I welcome you. Please like and share to all platforms. In this program, we will be continue to show you information that are coming from all angles, more especially things that has to do with the Biafran territory, regardless where it is, whether in the east, in the west, in the north, in the south. We bring it before you so that you can digest it and have a rethink and know where you stand. The only thing that can guarantee our freedom in that contraption called Nigeria is Biafra. It is either Biafra or nothing. And wherever you are, continue to support the United States of Biafra. That is the only way to go. That is the only way you can have good economy and have security. Regardless what you see today, do not get distracted. Do not get bemoved. Continue to stand your ground, to demand for self-determination because it is your right. Do not allow anyone to take away the right to self-determination, the right to self-defense, and the right to life from you. Kindly watch this video for more wisdom. Let's watch.
Wife of Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, sheds light on her husband's recent apology over events in Justice Binta Nyako's court. In a statement she personally signed, Mrs. Kanu explained that the involvement of their new counsel, Chief Kanu Agabi, who is a senior advocate of Nigeria, necessitated the move. Chief Agabi, a distinguished legal luminary and former Attorney General, addressed the court to clarify the incident that, according to Mrs. Kanu, shook the very foundations of Nigeria's judiciary. She emphasized the importance of these clarifications delivered by a figure of Chief Agabi's stature to uphold justice and transparency. Her statement underscores the gravity of the situation and the strategic steps taken to navigate the legal complexities around her husband's case. And this also came out as some Nigerians have decided to talk about the CJN of the Federation, discharging the case of Nnamdi Kanu and sending him back to Kenya. This particular report also has been refuted by the CJN, saying that nothing like that actually happened. I will have with us in the studio, we have Barrister Darlington Agumo, VOP TV in-house analyst, and beside him is Mr. Akin Fatunke, a communication consultant and an arbitrator. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for staying with us.
Yeah. Thank you.
And also from our Benin studios, we'll be joined by Comrade Obano Friday, who is the former chairman of the State Council of the Nigerian Union of Journalists. Good morning, Comrade.
Good morning.
All right, good to have you in today's show. Let's get your opinion on this particular one. Nigerians are reacting to the fact that the new counsel that joined the legal team of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, there in the court, I'm talking about senior advocate Agabi, Kanu Agabi, who also during the court before a motor show, kind of apologized to the judiciary and also Binta Nyako for the outburst that Nnamdi Kanu registered during one of the court sessions. What do we have to say about this? Is it that the young man is now bowing down to pressure, or what exactly?
I think that is the best thing to do. I salute the courage. I haven't gone through all those stress in the course of a trial. I want to say again that the court, whether we like it or not, is still the hope of the common man, and it's still the last bus stop for all issues. So for him to have stood low now to apologize to the court for what happened in the last appearance date when it was when the former judge washed off his hand to say, I will not continue with this case again. I think that's the best thing that has ever happened to his case. I think the new I think is really bringing to book. Is bringing to book a good counsel distance so that to help him out from this case. And with what he has done, I think he has set a good distance to ensure that justice is served in the quickest possible time.
Barrister Darlington Agumo, when you look at the outburst that Nnamdi Kanu had during the court session that led to the recusal of Binta Nyako, from the case, can you say that that outburst is kind of legitimate or justified, given the fact that this particular case, have taken a whole lot of time, kind of dragging? Remember the first time, I think it was over a decade, 2015, that was the first time this case was being, made public in the court. What do we have to say about that outburst?
Thank you, Fina. The outburst busted something. Is that not a fact? Was it not the outburst that made them to change his judge? All the while he was saying, did they pay attention? The Nigerian state have made this so clear and so possible for people to agitate before they get their right. That's the truth. Mention anything that we have said that government have taken care of, except that protest, there is anger, there is insult here and there. If they have done this in the way this man was saying it, without having any outburst, the answer is no. Look, my dear, it will be impossible for you to beat a child and ask that child not to cry. The fact remains that the outbursts have produced results. Is that not true? Mandela spent 27 years in incarceration. When he came out, they asked him about his struggles and all that. He said, look, if the situation arises that warranted the protest of ANC and all that, and all they did, that he will repeat the same thing again. Mandela said it. So if the Nigerian state want people to behave well, treat them well.
All right. Now, Barrister,
it's as simple as that.
Talking about apologies, even the new person or the new justice that was being, fixed on Nnamdi Kanu's case, I'm talking about Justice James Omotosho, he also apologized to Nnamdi Kanu, for the prolonged delay and mishandling of his trial over the years. Now, also, are you of the opinion that this particular gentleman who is now presiding over this case is going to at least speed up with the hearing of the case? Recall that I think they have a court session on the 29th of April, 2nd of May, and 6th of May, with the new 7-count charges again that the federal government brought against.
Thank God they have realized that they have miscarried justice against Nnamdi Kanu. Was it not this same Supreme Court that this matter came before? They now say he should go back to the lowest court and start all over again. A Supreme Court had the power and the authority to say, oh yeah, go on bail. Instead of them, they say he should go back. They even authorized him to sue the federal government, to go on a civil suit against the federal government. But they had the power, they had the authority to say, look, we have delayed this man's matter. Let him go on bail. Are you telling me that if the Supreme Court had given Nnamdi Kanu bail, there would have been need for any outburst, or there would have been need to any apology? Was it not the Supreme Court that did it? So you can see, I don't like when elders do something and then later they start apologizing to her because they did it out of selfish interest. You are an elder, you have the opportunity to do the right thing.
All right,
and save us all this whatever. Just like Babangida did. We have been the one dragging ourselves backwards in this country because of our actions and inactions.
Now, Barrister, thank you very much for your opinion. Let's bring in Mr. Akin Fatanke into this conversation. Mr. Akin Fatanke is like, I kind of disagree with Barrister when he was giving his own submission. What do you have to say about this?
Not just the Barrister. I wanted to sound, some caution when you introduced. Also keep on laughing. In all my fora, it doesn't matter if people like that or not. I stand for wisdom. I will be the last to continue to throw stones. Just deliberately throw stones at our judicial system. Barrister Agomo said that Nigerians have lost faith in the judiciary. I'm a Nigerian. I still have faith in our judiciary, worse and all, in spite of the challenges they have. And I'll take my cue from Christ Jesus. When they saw those people that were going to throw stone, everybody would want to throw stone. I said, which of you, okay, has not sinned? And that is the kind of wisdom. Can I come back to this main topic? We are coming from a particular discussion concerning what's happening in Rivers State. My position has always been clear. Law is made for man and not the other way around. And we must not take our hands, here and there, take it to the Supreme Court or to the Chief Justice, and if the thing does not come in our favor, we now begin to throw stones. The same Supreme Court that you have praised one way or the other when judgments were in your favor. Now, I join my gentleman from Benin studio, and I want to thank him vehemently for a statement he started by saying he was glad. I am also glad, exceedingly glad, that at long last, Nnamdi Kanu, I hope, is going to be extended to the rest of this. It won't be, I'm afraid, I don't want to use the word bipolar. You do one thing today, you do one thing, another thing tomorrow. Agreed that Justice Agabi, Mr. Agabi, two-time Attorney General, two-time, Minister of Justice, and a federal minister, and also a senator, that from that part of our country, say, yes, come on. I think it's word of wisdom. And I doff my hat, because if you go to some other regions, you always see somebody, whether true, whether false, whether here and there, they toe in between those lines. I also want to thank Nnamdi's wife. Even though I saw a bit of here and there, he has to do what is right. You cannot. We are not in an autarky. We are not in a state of nature. Whether you say it or not, we still have, like he said, the judiciary, one way or the other, with reforms, and as well as we are reforming ourselves, we are reforming the political parties, we are reforming every other person, we'll make sure we'll still be the hope of the common man. Like I said to Fubara, like I said to Wike, I think I should mention more of Wike. In all my utterances, I've always said, look, it's not a winner take all. Especially the way we have gone here. I think it's going to be a political solution on this same table. Some people shouted me down and said, no, it has to go its full course. Well, and Barrister Gomo had just said that he cited Mandela. Mandela was there for 26 years, for 27 years. I don't want Nnamdi Kanu to stay there for 26 or 27 years. On what? On what? So, all I'm saying, Nnamdi Kanu is an adult, decides who he wants to listen to. If he wants to listen to my own quote-unquote stupid way of thinking in this way, I would rather want to be as stupid as Solomon was perceived when he took that judgment to get at ultimate truth.
All right, now let's take it back.
I think it is still going to be decided out of court, and it should continue to keep its head under Ganu Agabi. I pray it goes that way. Thank you.
All right. Now, Comrade Obano Friday, you said you were kind of happy over the fact that the case is taking this way. Some Nigerians are of the opinion that the president of the former Attorney General of the Federation of the Advocate made it possible for the apologies to come out in the court. You also shared a lot of thought that the stature of one of the persons now who happens to be a counsel to Nnamdi Kanu made this whole turnaround that we're seeing. The apologies and also more like a new justice over that particular issue?
Just as I said before now, that one, the justice system has to take its course. One, two, when an experience comes to bear, you know it just as it's coming. So I think the new counsel to Nnamdi Kanu, I think is coming with his experience and is coming to help the young man out of this the present situation he has found himself. And I want to say again that the judicial system, as it has been, I think it has not, to a large extent, it has not done badly at all. Because if it favors you, you say, oh, the judicial system in Nigeria is the best. If it's not in your favor, it's against your this thing. One other thing I've seen about all this matter is that Nigeria is too sentimental. Some Nigerians are too sentimental when it comes to some issues. Instead of us to profile solution, we want to look at the other coin, or well, the other side of the coin, the one that we feel that favor us the most. If, particularly if we are not in the same line with whosoever is championing the cause. I think to us as a nation, the best thing we need to do is, when we see the truth, let us say it. When we see what is wrong, let us say this thing is wrong. If somebody has committed an offense, you say, oh, go through the process. You have to submit yourself for the process. And if, for instance, you are in the midst of doing all these things, you are not satisfied, there are a better way of doing it. Instead of abusing everybody, you equally put up tender a letter to the district, asking that this judge should be stepped down for another this thing. So the long and short of what I'm saying is that the new counsel to Nnamdi Kanu, I think, is bringing his experience to bear and is helping to find a lasting solution on how Nnamdi Kanu can be taken off the hook as quickly as possible. And like one of your guests just said, that this matter may actually be settled out of court. If his remorse is, if the federal government sees his remorse that, oh, this man has really repented, just as the wife has joined every other Nigerian to say we are sorry, and every other persons are coming to say we are sorry, not to say, no, the judicial system must not do its job. If we go on that line, it may be difficult. But if we go on this new template.
All right, then. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Comrade Obano Friday. Well, thank you for your time and your thoughts there. Let me bring you back to the studio before you run out of time. Barrister, now, an individual whose rights were trampled upon, extradited or renditioned to Nigeria.
Or kidnapped.
And a court actually in 2022 yes. By Justice Anyadike
exactly.
Did say that he be set free, taken back to Kenya, and compensation paid, I think $500 million or $500,000 or thereabouts, paid to him for the rendition. And we're talking about out-of-court settlements now. Where, in fact, like Comrade Friday did say that he should basically apologize. What are your thoughts, Barrister? Are we seeing suppression of rights here? Is that what you see? Like some Nigerians have reacted on social media, X particularly.
Obvious denial of rights. Obvious. Because the court even said that they don't have a law on rendition to try Nnamdi Kanu. That the federal government erred, that they committed a criminal offense against Nnamdi Kanu. Very obvious, very clear. This thing they are talking about out of court settlement, showing remorse. Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention for 3 years now or so. Have you heard where they said he was fighting all the DSS people in detention?
Yeah, but we've seen him, give outbursts in court.
Outbursts. Look, being vocal on a matter. You had even Justice Binta Nyako praising him for knowing the law more than most lawyers. The woman said it. Is it not that outburst that have produced results like I said before? Look, it is only a tree that you want to cut, the tree will be standing there. If Nnamdi Kanu did not react, maybe this new move now wouldn't have been made. True or false? It's because the young man reacted. Is that not true?
Okay.
So what is wrong in fighting for your right? What is wrong there?
What do you see happen in the coming days? Like some Nigerians I know on this table have said, look, an out of court settlement might just be the way to go. But then he's also the leader of IPOB, and IPOB has been proscribed. Will that play any role in the out of court settlement of this whole issue?
Moses,
Barrister?
You know how many terrorists, confirmed terrorists, that have been granted pardon in this country, even rehabilitated, pampered. You know them. True or false?
I don't know.
Showore was in detention. Buhari detained him for treasonable felony for calling for revolution. Was it not a Tinubu government that brought him out of prison and even declared nully prosecuted? That means he has no case to answer. Was it not under Tinubu that it happened in this country? Sunday, where is he today? The people that planned a coup in Ibadan to overthrow the federal government, Abiola's wife and her group, where are they today? You see, I don't want to go through that route. Too. People should not just let us get into that discussion. Several of them, they pleaded, they begged. The elders of them, Amechi Mbazulike, he said, please grant me this last wish because I'm nearing my grave. Hand over this boy to me. Did they answer him? Buhari said he will abide by court decision. When the court decided, what did he do? Look, we can go on and on and on and on and on. Nnamdi Kanu have conducted himself properly.
Right,
the Igbos have conducted themselves properly on this matter.
Okay.
So I don't know what anybody is saying.
All right then. Barrister Donington, thank you very much for your thoughts now. Mr. Fatunke, let's get, do you foresee a situation whereby monetary compensation would be paid during the out of court settlement if that is done?
It's not for me to decide. I think for proper setup, if within the process, I talked about process, same Nnamdi Kanu was subjected to a court process and he jumped bail.
But there was a reason for jumping bail, don't you think?
He jumped his bail.
His house was invaded.
He didn't drop bail.
Look, my point is he jumped bail and then he was charged for 1, 2, 3 or 4 things. And like my dear friend has said, okay, a judge, absorbed him and then fresh charges were brought. You see, the hands of justice grind slowly. And I think I also see his point. And it's the reason why the humanity in me is saying, Nnamdi Kanu, I've only preferred my own honest
All right then.
suggestion.
All right then.
You are free to agree and say your rights have been trampled. And
upon. Okay.
With the Agabi coming in, you can also throw him out. I pray it doesn't happen that way.
All right then. Well,
but I see a situation where it is going to be settled out of court because it's becoming
Nigerians
political.
will continue to look at this one and hope that justice is served and all parties involved will smile at the end of the day. Oh well, let's get into another conversation now. SDP.
Thank you so much for watching the program. I appreciate you for your patience to watch from beginning to end. I hope you have learned a lot from this very program that I just played, this video. Please like and share the video. Share to all platforms. After sharing the video, now you can go to the comment section and put down your comments. Whatever suggestions, contributions you have to make, what you think about the video I just played, go to the comment section and put your comment. I will go to the comment section and I bet you I am learning a lot from there and you can equally learn from there. Let us share our experience on that comment section. Thank you so much and stay blessed. Don't forget to share and we continue to bless you as you share. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity and equity. We move airborne.